Baske, 6 weeks. Do we really need to give it back to Harley-Davidson, guys?
Before they call me, I think we should. We had borrowed it for 6 to 8 weeks. We are done with 6 weeks. We have had several long rides, and this has been one of the longest rides in different types of terrain.
Yeah.
We have enough feedback to say at least it is a medium term ownership review. 1500 kilometers for commuting,
1600, yeah.
highway, some ghats sections, little bit of bad roads also included. You have used it more than what I have. What is your opinion as a commuter?
As a commuter, does the job very well, Baski. No issues. Built for the city, I would say. Built for the urban roads. Suspension is very well set up for its size. Handling is a gem. And the engine, man, it's cool as a cucumber. I've never experienced a motorcycle in the mid-size segment to run so cool. And it's air cooled.
So commuter, you give it a good rating.
Yes.
If someone wants to commute on this, go for it, right?
Exactly, Baski.
Okay, cool. How do you rate it on the highway? Let's say not on regular highways.
Expressways it might struggle, but leaving aside the expressways, the bike is very stable. It is good if you are in the mindset to do endless riding in the speeds of 100 to 110.
Yes, 110 appears to be its comfort, limit of its comfort. Beyond that, I can feel that I'm pushing it.
Yes.
Pushing it, and it is not so comfortable.
You see, it goes to 120, it does 130 as well.
135 I think was the max I pushed it,
pushed it?
after a stretch. But 120 is kind of reaching its limit. 110 leaves it with grunt to go up to 120 and come back, right? At 120 it doesn't have much to go beyond that. 100 to 110 is a sweet spot?
Yes. I thoroughly enjoyed it when I was riding in the 100 to 110, especially those B roads with those long sweeping corners. This motorcycle,
the frame and the suspension appear to be capable of handling more power, right?
yes, I think the engine can be tuned more for power, I don't know, but the chassis and the suspension and the brakes as well, they are confident or they are capable to handle a bigger engine or a engine with better output.
440cc, the limitation is being air cooled. There's only so much power that can be pulled out of an air cooled engine. That's why the liquid cooled brethren of other brands are able to put out a far more performance.
Yeah, easily 1/3, because if you look at it, the Himalayan gives you 40 if you're going by the textbook. The Scrambler gives you 40 and this gives you 28.
Yeah. So
66% of those motorcycles.
So 30% more can only come from water cooling. However, this is air cooled right now.
But Baski, would you want to do that much, load it with that much of technology? Is the motorcycle built for that?
Maybe there is something nice about the simplicity of this motorcycle. Yeah, handling brakes are good on B roads, C roads, excellent. How was it on our great Bangalore off-roads?
Outbacks.
Outbacks.
The suspension was, I never bottomed out. Yeah, a couple of things I did bottom out because I was carrying way more speed into it. But if I treat it as to how it has to be, treated, the suspension handles well. It doesn't give you that soft jelly kind of feeling, doesn't give you that floaty thing, has a firm in and out. So that's what I really like in the HD.
The rear, despite being the twin shock setup, which is a bit older design, doesn't behave like the typical twin shocks I am used to. Most of the twin shocks are a little too firm and juddery. They hit back a little bit hard. This seems to have a bit of plush and compliance.
Yeah, I echo you when you say that. The ones that we are used to, they're a bit bouncy as well, right? Even when braking, the rear tends to slide around, but this motorcycle,
Good
the
balance,
HD,
good
yeah,
balance.
yeah.
So that's the thing, if it has a little more power also, this chassis can easily handle it.
True.
What mileage did you get in the city?
30 to 31.
30 to 31 in the city. That's pretty okay.
On par with its so-called rival brethren. And the other thing is, like, when you sit on this motorcycle, you don't feel like riding it like a Valentino Rossi.
Yeah, exactly. This has got the demeanor of riding gently.
Yeah.
It punishes me if I try to push and hustle this motorcycle.
Not
You know how it punishes? It doesn't go.
Jao beta, jao.
It looks up at me and says, dude, easy. The easier you ride me, the gentler you roll the throttle. If every movement of operation of the controls is in a, it can be quick movement, but it doesn't respond to jerky movements. Easy movements, roll it open, squeeze the brakes gently, gently roll in the corners. It is so rewarding. This reminds me, like I have said in the previous video, of a classic 500, the UCE, the first lot, the BS3s, which were quick. The only thing, they ran out of refinement very soon. After 80, that's the end of that. It won't go any faster than that. If I do go faster, which I did, it can, I would have numb hands, numb bum, and blurred vision.
Blurred vision. That takes the icing.
This, even at its peak revs, trying to hit towards the red line cutoff, it doesn't shake itself to bits. Balanced.
It doesn't shudder. So this machine in those ways has very less vibes.
Yeah.
For a 400cc, it has very less vibes. And I somewhere even feel, yes, the company guys have compromised for the top end performance, but given you good riding comfort. Now, it depends. If you are a buyer and if you feel this is what I need, he's going to be a very happy man. He or she is going to be a happy man.
Knowing what one wants, knowing what this can deliver is important before plunking into this motorcycle.
Yes.
Typical Harley-Davidson, easy riding, no hustling, no rushing, no great hurry to get to point B. Enjoy the ride, enjoy the scenery. That is the way it has to be ridden, and it is rewarding. We rode down here yesterday, Himalayan 450, Scrambler 400X and the Harley-Davidson X440. Three very different machines, wouldn't you say?
Yes.
The only thing common is probably the wallet that may buy it. 3.5 lakhs, give or take, on either side.
3,000, yeah.
That's the only thing common. Aren't they three different, how do I put it? Egg biryani, vegetable fried rice, curd rice. They're all rice, but a little bit of added spices.
I know you've gone vegan. That's why you start referring to chicken and mutton biryanis.
I've not gone vegan, I'm a vegetarian. Vegan is a little extreme. I'd probably suffer if I become a vegan. Okay, bottom line. What are the things you like and what do you think should be improved on this motorcycle?
Things that I really liked on the Harley-Davidson X440, the smooth acceleration. The throttle inputs are really good. A small change, it recognizes it and it gives you feedback. If not immediately, it does give you feedback. Second thing that I really liked on this was the way the suspension has been tuned. Very effective handling machine in your city traffic, and I think even on the ghat sections this was quite easy to ride. Yeah, things that could have gone better. There are a lot of things, Basky. Say it's a first attempt by Harley-Davidson.
But we expect more from this brand.
Yeah, you keep aside the expectations.
Okay.
Yeah, there are a lot of things that they can work on. For example, the minute you turn on the key, a round getting a rectangle.
Yeah, they could have made the whole round dial as the display, right? Instead of putting a rectangle inside a round.
Yes.
Yeah, that's one area which can improve. Yeah.
That The cables,
Yeah,
I think you look at it, the throttle cable
Yeah.
that's coming up.
a lot of cables.
Yes, I think subtle changes, but the quality is good. You look at the paint quality, it's deep, it gives you a good shine when you polish it. Finishing to a major extent with these metallic body parts, they're really good. You look at the front bumper, the rear bumper, the tank, they all go well. But as a package, when you look at it, it's a bit, what do you say, uneasiness on the eyes, possibly because of the
Lines.
lines.
Quirky.
Yeah, quirky lines. Yeah, that's a better word. The petrol tank, I don't know, possibly could have been done better, but that's a typical Harley design.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's what I would put it up. How about you, Busky?
What I like about it is the engine character. The lazy, laid-back character, easy, crisp sounding, no noise, mechanical clatter from the engine.
Amazing, no?
Yes, no
No
mechanical-
combustion clatter.
No combustion clatter, no mechanical clatter. It is quieter than the liquid cooled engines, which have the benefit of the water jacket around them to muffle the noises. This doesn't have that, and it is still quieter than all the other competing CC,
Yes.
or I would say not competing in the same
Same
CC
segment,
segment of motorcycles. That engine refinement is fantastic. Handling, the posture, how I feel on it, good. I enjoy riding this motorcycle. And when I get on it, I know which roads I'm going to take, what I'm going to do. I am not going to do something it is not designed to do and then bitch and moan about it.
Yes.
Yeah. So I haven't seen any reviewer taking it off-road and talking about it yet. Maybe we should do it for a change.
We should do it for a change, yeah?
As a package, yes, I like what it does. This is what the classic 500 could have been, should have been. It's landed right there for somebody who likes that classic 500 style of motorcycle, retro, thumper, without the vibrations. This is the one to go for. And the things which I feel needs to be improved on this motorcycle is the overall quality of fit finish. I say that because I had a Harley-Davidson. Yes, that is a 12 lakh Harley-Davidson, but that is where I perceive this brand. That is where I have expectations. When I think of a Harley-Davidson, I think of quality, top class fit and finish. I am not referring to chrome, I am not talking of all the bling, not at all. Overall, the way it is put together, the area where this motorcycle seems to be suffering is because of what it is being benchmarked against. The Triumph quality of fit and finish,
Yeah.
step ahead.
Yeah.
Even Royal Enfield has upped the
They
game
upped,
with the 450. KTMs, we know how they go together. Things are quite decent. That is the area where I feel this could improve, should improve, or probably will improve. That's something Harley has to work on. Another place where I find this a bit quirky is the fueling, starting fueling. Yeah, there is a specific way to start this motorcycle. I struggled with it until I got the hang of it. If you ask me what is the hang of it, I don't know. I somehow instinctively figured out some way of cranking and giving that throttle.
Yeah.
I can't explain it to you. You know what I'm talking about. You suffered with the same thing.
Yeah.
And TMK, our cameraman suffers.
Oh,
He rode it and came. Hey, we should ask him.
yeah.
He had a Thunderbird 500 for 9 years.
Donkey number of years.
9 years. He had 9. He rode this all the way here, 300 kilometers. Hey, come here. I want to hear from you. What is your experience quickly about the... why don't you?
TMK,
Right.
300 kilometers on this. How did it feel? I know you still have a lot of muscle memory from your Thunderbird 500.
Well, that made it easy, but riding the KTM and then switching over to this, I felt this is an automatic bike, no gears. I could be in any gear, fifth gear, still, had the thump. I could push through. I didn't have to, hustle like the way I do it in KTM, That was a pleasant thing. I mean, I could just forget that there are gearings here and keep on riding. Enjoy the ride. It was wonderful.
That was very crisp. So the guy needs a Harley then. So, Baski, wanna come back?
Yeah.
So, it gave TMK his memories back.
Old feeling.
Old feelings.
Of a thumper. Yeah, so the bottom line is, it is a Harley-Davidson. It is made by Hero. Doesn't matter. Could it have been better? Definitely. Is it good enough? Definitely. If you like a Harley, the brand, the lifestyle, and if your demeanor is that laid back, easy going, relaxed demeanor, this will vibe beautifully with you. If I had the budget and the funds to have a third motorcycle in my garage, it would be this. It can coexist beautifully with the Scrambler 400X, the Himalayan 450, and enjoy the space it occupies.
Wisdom's going out, so you'll have some money.
I'm going to use that money for travel, man. Right now, I can't afford to buy this. Anyway, so that's about it. This is the medium-term ownership, 1600 kilometers, about 6 weeks. This is going to go back to Harley-Davidson. Thank you to Harley for giving this motorcycle, allowing us to experience it for such a long duration in all types of environment as far as possible. I am glad I did it because I have a lot more information, and with more experience on this motorcycle, the more I am convinced, yes, it is a decent buy for those who like retro thumpers.
I'm asking you for the second time.
Tell me, ask me.
Do we really need to give this motorcycle back?
Shall we ask them for the Pan America 1250 special?
Now we are talking.
Harley Davidson, only if you are giving us the Pan America 1250 special will we return this to you.
Yeah.
If you have any questions regarding this motorcycle, please share in the comments and we will do our best to give you the answer that we know. Till next time, take care, ride safe.